All right, D. I think it's all connected. I think we're all good. Um, okay. Third race of the NASCAR iRacing series, of course, took a break last week. A full break actually from everything to do with iRacing and everything. That had to do with sorting out the internet problem we had for the FTR race. I don't know if I'm going to continue to run FTR. There's a couple of things um, that are preventing me from wanting to commit to the rest of the season, but um, we are still going to do, at least as far as I know, as many races as we possibly can. Um, as many races as we possibly can in the in the INS series. INS stands for the iRacing. Well, actually stands for the NASCAR iRacing series. Um, our finishes so far have been sixth at Daytona and fourth at Atlanta. This is going to be our first non-speedway race. Again, we skipped out on Coda. Don't own the track. Don't plan on owning it. Um, so that influences quite a bit. Uh, all of that. They did use the West configuration. I didn't watch NASCAR last week. I only watched IndyCar, so I don't know how good the real life racing is, and I don't know how good the racing on iRacing is. I know a lot of people were talking about getting off tracks, which glad that that's still a big issue with Coda on iRacing. But here we are at Phoenix. Used to be one of my home tracks. It's always been a track that I've enjoyed quite a bit. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think any miracles are gonna happen here, but we'll see. You never know, right? Um, you never know. My expectations. I'm hoping to get a top 10. We'll see once we actually get into the car and actually run some laps how our pace is looking. Um, Again, I'm excited. It's the first non super speedway kind of pack racing track that we're going to be running, which is good. Um, I don't think there's any debate about that. Um, okay, so finally in the simulator, we're gonna hope that our internet connection. Oh my goodness, our internet connection is okay. If it's not at any point, we might dip out of the race before it goes official. Luckily, at Phoenix, it's gonna matter a little bit less than it would at, you know, a track like Atlanta, where, I mean, it's punishment, really. Um, so as we go into turn one, oh, and it's actually daytime. I think it's daytime. Yeah, it is, because the championship race is night. So I don't have a lot of experience. Ooh, I think that's showing a little bit. I don't have a lot of experience on this track with the next gen. I've raced here with this configuration in the trucks and in shoot, in Xfinity. Just feel like I don't have turn. I guess would be the right way of putting it. So the tip. Oh. Oh. Okay. Is not going to be to do that. That completely wrecked our car. I was gonna say, a huge amount of speed is found on that dog leg. In our FTR race here, where we led on pole, maybe would have won if it wasn't for a few mistakes I made. During that race. That was without the dogleg. The league made the choice to not run the dogleg. I, till this day, don't quite know the reason for that. Now, the dogleg is super slippery to get on because of the weird banking. We hit the wall a little bit. It's gonna be really hard. I'm struggling a little bit getting the car to do what I want it to do. As we lock up the tires going into turn 3. Terrible exit out. Oh, and that's a really weird exit. Oh, as he goes wide. I think we're all still trying to just figure out how this track is ran. As that car
got a flipper on the front stretch.
just completely eats that wall. I mean, I felt like that was a pretty okay turn. Again, I just feel like that's not very good. We're up to 22nd early in this practice as we hit the wall again. I'll need to look a lot at what other people are doing on their inboards. Again, I haven't raced in a week, so still a little rusty. If you're wondering, we're about a second off pace, which is not good. Normally you don't want to be that off pace. I really think the goal is going to be to back up the turn. Now, it's important to know this race, just like in real life, is kind of a tire-saving race. So you hit the wall again. It's a tire-saving race. Fuel-saving race. It's a long race. I think it's like 156 laps or something like that we're doing, which is a weird number, but whatever. Like, the bomb is just safer because the risk of hitting the wall is less, which, I mean, I can
feel like really like UCL.
Yeah, it's set up. Oh, yeah,
yeah, this feels awful.
Because like doing A-class really feels that.
I think it's the setup they gave us, because this feels so much worse.
I feel like it just could be like the track or something. I don't know. It's gotta be one of the things.
Yeah, think about it, C-class.
So, I'm starting to...
C-class, so they probably do have looser setups on it. Tim Shell lots from A-class. Because I did Xfinity earlier yesterday, and it was not as bad.
Yeah, I did an A-class this morning. I didn't feel that at all.
Track temperature is also plus 7 degrees Celsius, so it's very hot.
Use Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Hot as shit.
99. Maybe 99 degrees. I drove on it at 131 degrees before. It felt better than this.
Even on my first lap, I felt like it's tight. Like I'm trying to run the top in turns 1 and 2, and I can't do it.
Yeah, I think you have to run the low side.
Well, you don't have to run it.
So yeah, track is very tight. This guy's gonna gain a lot because he's taking a little bit more of the dog leg.
Everyone's sitting in 4th or 5th gear.
I usually go 4, 3 and 4. I go to 3rd.
I'm at your break there, 41.
Ooh, that's a cart. Okay. Made it out. Using this 4th gear is a lot better. I hope they'll clear. They do. Yeah, 4th gear makes the car a lot better than using 5th.
Yeah, she is really loose when you try to come out of turn.
I mean, you just can't
And
be
we should
fast.
Give us, like, limited fixed setup. Or open setup.
You just can't be fast with a tight setup.
I think for fixed, they should at least allow us to fix their tire pressure.
Fixtures are making it even for everybody to just how you drive.
See, I feel like we'll be able to... Oh. Still entering a little too far. We just don't have a lot of drive off. I don't know, though, how much our tire advantage is here. Oh, that was contact. Oh, and there's a car spinning. He gets off the track, though. So, don't know any of that. I'm still trying to debate if the bottom or the top. Oh, as I lock up my tires again. Again, they're talking about the tire temps. I imagine the temps of the track, the ambient, and the track temp itself probably very different than it might be on both Xfinity and Truck. this week. I don't know if those are night races or day races. But yeah, this setup is very tight. Yeah, that's what I want right there. That was a good turn. Like, that was really solid, just really smooth. If I can do that during the race, I'm not going to have too many issues. I want to run the top line here. Getting close to hitting that. Yeah, see, we stretched a little bit away from it. Just a little bit. Really, it's our tires, though, at this point, 26 laps in. I think a couple of those laps were not on these tires, but 26 laps in, at this point, we aren't going to be running anywhere near fast laps, especially with how hot, again, people have said, the track is. Again, like I said, this is going to be more than likely a tire wear race where you just kind of need to know how to save tires the best you can. Kind of diamonding the track. I don't know if that's actually working because it seems like we need a little bit more power. Oh. Got super loose there, but I saved it. Didn't lose too much time. They say there's a car stopped up high. Ended up going down to the bottom. Again, we're still super off pace. Again, we're just kind of rolling the bottom. There's a car that loses it. Broke later than we normally do. Car luckily stuck in their line. Broke maybe a little harder than we had to, really. Ooh. So we got loose on corner exit. Again, these cars are pretty easy to save, though. So I'm not too worried about it. Ah, we blew that corner. I think we're going to try entering pit lane. Now, we are nowhere near... oh. We're going to go all the way up. We hit the wall a little bit, but that's okay. Oh. We're nowhere near having to pit. We still have like 60 laps of fuel. This is a very long run kind of thing. We're going to see how much our fuel... Or sorry, our tires are.
Are you for real?
5, 3, 2.
Sorry, got cell phone out.
Right here.
Oh. And we completely missed that.
Get some power.
Yeah, we probably need to do a better job at saving those tires. It shouldn't be too hard. We were kind of pushing. Especially early on where we didn't really have a clue what we were doing.
That's it, go.
So yeah, this guy isn't here. Let's look. This person is. And I think they recently, yes, they did. So we can see what this person's doing. and we're gonna somewhat follow them. So they're in gear 4. They're in gear 3 here. So they're getting the run out. Again, using all of the... And they're in 5th gear. Oh, then they go down to 4th. Then 3rd. Go down once again. Okay. So they're very, very liberal with shifting, which we aren't. Because I went into the wrong car accidentally. Because we're sticking in 4th. So we're gonna see what we can do about that. I want to get our single lap pace up. I didn't really look at where they were braking, so we might look at that next, but... Oh, big spin. Heavy into that wall. So we'll...
Wheel damage. Looks like one of your wheels is out of alignment. You'll have less grip out there.
Oh, that's not the right one. That's us getting loose. Just a little bit of a wiggle. Yeah, absolutely destroyed that side of the car. Let's hope we don't do that in the actual race, right? Oh, as our wheel was fully turned. So despite hitting the wall, we still set a best sector. I think that somewhat proves to us that that line works quite well. Just easier to force the car low. I mean, that's our fastest lap, and that was bad. Like, we hit that wall bad, you know? You just have better drive. Our little wiggle kind of ruined it, but we're gonna force our way down here. Maybe didn't need to do it that much. That car completely wiped out. Got really close to just straight up rear-ending him. We're still not very fast. But we're definitely faster than we were. And we did get held up a little bit on some of our best laps. So that might play a little bit into it, but I doubt much. Oh. Only problem with being in third is that you are minorly more loose. Not by a huge amount, and if you know what you're doing, I think you can kind of get your way out of bad scenarios, but hit the wall a little bit there. Probably didn't do anything to the car though. I don't know, we seem to be kind of holding our own. Again, the long run is going to be more important than short run, but you never know by come the end of the race. I've never had crazy pace here, so I'm not going to act like that's the difference. Again, it's very floaty, which is a good way of describing how this car just feels generally. But oh, gave it too much power. When we're gonna lazy spin it. Well, it ended up being good timing because that's the end of our practice session. Okay, hope for the race is that it's going to be a long-term, race, an endurance race, truly. And, not a lot more to it. Do I think we can do that? I assume. So let's see. I think we're number 13. No, we're number 10. Okay. So this isn't too skillful of a group. The hope is that everybody's having the same problems we are. I'm going to be honest. If they're not, again, like I said, I think over a long run, oh, as we are going to get a speeding penalty, I have a feeling. Over a long run, the hope is that that just doesn't come up to bite us, which it depends. I'm gonna be honest. Like it really does. I don't know how this race is gonna go about. I've never done a race in this car at this track. Like most things, I'm very new to the next gen. And it just has a way of not being like other stock cars. That car completely lost it out of the dog leg. Again, super common, honestly. So I'm not gonna rag on whoever that was too bad. You know, it's understandable.
The car, 23, just set the fastest lap. 28.158. Just the fastest lap to finish. Inside. Clear.
Yeah, I think my key is that I just need to get better at, like, actually pushing the car. I feel like during practice I wasn't. I was being very cautious. You know, which isn't bad. But I'm putting in best sectors, and that's my best lap time, I know for a fact. As I overdrive that corner, but... like, that isn't bad that I'm doing that. We can kind of see here. Yeah, it seems like... we're probably not going to qualify very well, but... that's fine, too, honestly. Again, like I said... let's get this show on the road. The top might be fast. I just know that you can do fast laps even when you're not on the top. I think for this first lap, I'm actually going to not care too much. I just kind of want a banker lap. So I'm actually going to run the top here, because that's going to give me a crazy boost. The car was basically sliding through that corner. I mean, that is my fastest lap I've done so far, so I'll take credit for that, I guess. But yeah, turns 1 and 2 were sketchy. Again, I was basically, it felt like the car was completely sideways. It probably wasn't too noticeable, but just had to counter steer my way through that. You know, definitely a challenge. We're already all the way down in 10th in qualifying. Again, like I said, if I stay out of trouble and I can save okay tires, the hope is I don't need pace. You know, which might be accurate. It might not. I don't know. You know. So yeah, 156 laps. Very weird number. Again, it's not too bad. Not too bad. I think if I had an extra 30 minutes of practice, maybe extra hour, who knows. I feel like that lap was good progress. I feel like I could maybe get it down. I feel like it's just the intensity. I feel like I'm purposely not going slow because I'm scared of like ending up in a wall or wrecking or spinning out. So getting those worked out is going to help that. I'm going to quickly take a bathroom break as everybody gets through qualifying here. So I'll be back quick. Okay, I'm back. Just in time for the end of qualifying. We ended up qualifying as long as nobody puts in a lap time. It's not official yet. Now it is. We qualified 18th. That's our worst qualifying performance of the year so far, of the season. 36 cars, though, still, so I think we're just in the top half. I moved my pedals up a little bit. We'll see if that does anything as we step on the pedals accidentally. That wasn't intentional.
The estimated strength of field 2,762.
I've been having some issues with my pedals moving back.
Keep it clean. The
Good news is I didn't have any issues with my internet, so that must have fixed itself, which is good to see. I love the weird country music thing that they play at this track on iRacing. I don't know the song. I assume it's either something that somebody on the team made or it's like inaudible. I don't know. Like you can tell it has a country twang. I don't know if you guys can hear that because I keep the game volume a little lower on the stream so that you guys can hear me better. But yeah. Number 5. Ray Suzuki. Don't know how quite you say the first name, but Suzuki on pole with a 0.5, a 27.5. We had a 28.0, so we're half a second off. Again, like I said, not crazy. Don't think too hard about that. Like I said, I don't think you can run those lap times in the race itself and have tires, which again are going to be so important, because we can make 90 laps on fuel. So
There are 5 sets of tires for this race. Be smooth and have a good run.
this can be a two-stopper, right? Yeah, it can be a two-stopper. Tires are going to mix that up a lot, but my goals, and we'll see how noble these goals are, to not crash. So far, we've done a pretty okay job at that, honestly, throughout our NIS season so far. Again, this is technically week 4, but week 3 for me.
One to go. Next time
It didn't show up at
on the outside,
Coda because I didn't own it and didn't want to buy it. Next week is Las Vegas. I do plan on getting Las Vegas. I've never ran it. I don't own it currently, but I do plan on getting it. We'll see. We'll see how everything plays out.
race car is off.
So we're gonna Yeah, we're gonna restart here in second. As we brake check a little bit. But luckily don't get ran into by the car behind us, although it was close.
Green flag, green flag. Car outside. Keep low. Keep low. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Car outside. 2 wide.
So we're 3 wide in
Hold your line.
this.
2 wide. Still there.
That car backs out of it. Oh, big checkup.
Outside. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Still there. Clear outside. 2 wide. Keep high. Clear inside. Inside. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Clear inside. 2 wide. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Caution. Yellow flag.
I think that's a good understanding of why this race from a TV perspective is liked by NASCAR. That dogleg just complicates matters so much. We kept it clean, and that's as good as we can hope. You know, we checked up big
Sorry
time.
about that, anybody.
Hey, no, I
Pit road
appreciate
now open.
I appreciate you holding the brakes there, brother. I do appreciate that.
I was trying.
Yeah, I mean, I think we lost spots. I mean, we're 19th right now. So we lost 1 spot on that start. It is what it is. Our car is still, you know, in one piece. We had minor contact, and that's it. And that's, again, like I said, the most we can hope for. Just such a wild start. I felt like we were 3 wide that entire time. You know, it sucks. I want to be a little conservative on the race starts because, you know, you don't want to sign up to do a 156 lap race, you know, basically 156 miles, because this is about a mile-long track. I think it's a little more. But only a little. It's not a mile and a half. You know, you don't want to sign up to do a longer race and then crash out lap 1, right? I mean, that just sucks if that happens. You want to at least make half distance, right? Get your money's worth. So, you know,
I shouldn't be here.
I'm not too disappointed in that.
Yeah, we're glad you are, though.
So not a very talkative lobby, but people so far are talking a little bit, and they all seem like nice people, which is good. We'll see once more wrecks happen, which you know, will probably happen at some point. You know,
1 lap to green. You'll be lining
we'll
up.
see how nice people are then. That's always the telltale sign, you know. But so far, everybody seems nice. Always good when people aren't salty. You know, we're just here to have fun, here to relax, you know. So going for our first caution restart. In 19th, I think the bottom line is slightly better. We'll see. I feel like I also have a lack of concentration today. That definitely is playing against it, but let's see if we can get into the zone a little bit. Again, knock some of the rust off of us not racing for a week.
Green flag, green flag. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Outside, 2 wide. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Still there, still there. Still there. Still there, still there. Car outside, 2 wide. Still there. Still Keep low. Caution, yellow flag. New fast flat for you.
Sorry for the scare there, Cameron. I got really loose there in the dog leg. Sorry, man.
0.248. Line up, single file. Closed, pit road is closed.
Oh no, you're all good, man. I did too.
Yeah, I thought I caused yours, though. I thought maybe I made you react, so I wasn't sure. Good stuff.
So another action-packed restart. We'll see if we can go more than a few laps green without somebody wrecking on this dog leg. Yeah, you know, maybe FTR was right not running the dog leg, considering... I mean, again, I've said this before. I'm near 3,000 I rating. I at one point was. I'm no longer. And haven't been since the beginning of this season. And, like... You know, but these aren't bad drivers. This is still probably top 10% of iRacers. You know, like, these are the talented, you know, folk. And you know, even they're losing control. So, saying like FTR that, you know, some of the drivers there are not the most talented. Not to say they're devoid of talent, of course. But, you know, a good mix of talent in FTR. It's probably a good idea that they decided not to do the dog leg. Coming to 2 to go, though. We're up to 18th, so we gained a spot on that restart, although that was probably the car crashing. We would have had the number 18, but sadly the caution light came out when he was ahead. So... R.I.P. A lot of Mustangs around us right now. Of course, we're in our GWW FTR Ford Mustang ourselves. But this one we're going to be restarting on the outside.
About to go green, stay focused.
So we'll see if we can pick up some more spots. Again, even last restart where I kind of wanted to gain a couple spots, I was still being pretty cautious. I don't know if the bottom's the ideal spot anymore, honestly, but I've done a good job keeping out of the wall, which is my only fear. So we're doing something right. So you go past turn 3, into turn 4, into the Geico restart zone. I backed out of 3 wide. Didn't want it. I feel like a lot of cars were slowing down or messing up, and the inside is clear, so clearly something happened. I didn't quite see it. We got loose there. Very loose.
Inside. Low car up high. Stay high. Put the car on the low
Lap
side.
14, guys.
Clear inside. Go low. The next car's the leader.
Decided to just get out of that. That was the right move.
Car 19. Taking the lead.
Got loose again. We probably don't want to get too loose. And we're keeping up with the cars in front, which, again, I don't see as being a bad thing.
Leader is running 28.257.
I feel like our main issue is really drive. Specifically drive off of the corner on turn.
Car outside. Clear.
We definitely compromise that corner a lot to accommodate. Oh my goodness. It proves, I think, how right now focused I am. Accommodate the car on the outside. Didn't want to move up into him this early. This target car has a crazy run, as we outbrake ourselves a little bit.
Inside. Still there. Hold the line. Clear inside. Car inside. Still there. Inside. Clear inside.
It felt really good. I liked that.
Car outside. Stay low. There's a car on the high side. Stay low. Clear up top. Outside. Clear outside if you want it.
Oh. That was a little aggressive. I think that was maybe a little too aggressive for this early in the race, but it worked out for us, so we got lucky, I think. I mean, that was like a full-on just forceful block. Those tend to not work too well. We're lucky he just got out of it, you know? You know, didn't even try retaliating, which, you know, obviously, then he would be in the wrong, but you always gotta worry about how other people view you, especially in long races where that relationship building happens throughout hundreds of laps, in this case 156. Trying to get into the groove a little bit. Still feel a disconnect somewhere. Like mentally a little disconnected. Not quite plugged in, you know? It's hard to describe. I think as this race goes on, I'm gonna feel more and more at home. We're gonna try staying in fourth. Yeah, I'd say that worked pretty okay. I don't think we have to go down to third in that. This one I do.
Go boss.
Inside. Keep line. Clear. Inside. Still there. Clear inside. Leader is running 28.733.
Moved down to third last time I was in this corner because I wanted to get better movement in the middle. Again, I'm kind of running the top and then I'm diamonding, moving all the way down to the bottom to get a better apex out. Is that actually working? Don't know. Hard to tell sometimes, but again, I'm not a tire guru. I really don't know what that's doing for my tires. As a lap car,
Outside, clear. Car outside.
gives us actually a little bit of an opening.
Stay low. There's a car on the high side. Go low. Outside, clear.
As they fully back out, we outbrake ourselves quite a bit.
Inside. Stay high.
Well, you get the better runoff.
Clear. Car, two. Up the front.
Take my inside here.
Car outside. Go low. Clear high. Inside.
It's another spot. That's a car that was uber aggressive for a huge amount of the race. I knew his tires were just going to absolutely be to shreds really quickly. Like, if my tires, were to shreds after not even that long on track and not even running that hard, I knew his were.
Sorry about that, Cameron.
Now we're a little high, so our tires are definitely getting a little bad. We need to back off a little bit from our braking markers. Not a bad thing. As we shift into third again, that was accidental, but shouldn't hurt our car too much. And these people battling up front, giving us an opportunity
Stay low. There's a car on the high side. Still there, hold your line. Clear outside if you want to.
That's another position.
Oh, I'm really sorry for that touch, man. My bad.
And it's so hard to be patient, you know? But patience is the name of the game sometimes, and this is no different as we get a yellow. So that changes quite a bit because everybody's going to be pitting. I 100% believe tires are trashed right now. We're going to pit with all our tires. No sense staying out. We made it up to 11th. I'd say that's pretty good. That's a gain of 7 positions, if my math is correct, which never trust my math. It's always bad. We do need to somewhat group up here if we have any shot at gaining some positions, maybe off of bad pit stops.
Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
I'd say that's a pretty solid pit stop.
Go, go, go! They want you in single file.
We probably kept our position. I don't know, but if I'd assume. What were our tires looking like? Oh yeah, that's a lot better. I mean, we still had like 40 laps, so that was not going to stay, but we're doing the right thing. I feel like we got into a good rhythm there.
I'm gonna have to look at the replay on that. I don't know if you were loose or you came down a little bit, but I feel like I left you enough room. If I would have came off throttle, or I would have got ran over or gotten loose too. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
One lap to green. Line up on the outside.
We did. We gained a position. We gained a single
If you into
position. So we're in the top 10 for the first time today. Which is
Like
good.
the nicest breakup I've ever seen.
Get ready, going green.
I mean, it's just a game, man.
The pace car is off. Be
Yeah.
ready.
Exactly, I was waiting for it.
So again, I'm a little nervous. These starts are chaotic and scary.
Green, you're in the top 10. The leader is
I doubt they get any better
2, 7 cars inside.
the farther up I am. Gonna be super easy though on it. We're actually gonna attempt. Oh, is a car sideways? That car's fully sideways.
Car outside. Still there, hold the line. Stay low, there is a car on the high side. Stay low, there is a car on the high side. Clear high.
We can finally just do the path we wanted, even though it was us taking that fight to the number one.
27.929. Caution, yellow flag. They want you in single file. Pit road is closed right now.
Whew.
Benny Han mode here, buddy. If you're gonna go down, man, you're gonna have to take the bottom lane. You can't dive it in on me when I'm turning in and expect me not to, like,
Pit
you
road
know?
is now open.
That was terrible.
Catch up, one, go.
So yeah, I was shaking on that restart. We gained a position though.
Right, I already started my entry and it's like, oh shit.
Pit road is closed.
So yeah, these restarts are not only chaotic but also deadly, apparently, as everybody crashes and dies on them.
Left 6, car bike.
Can we make it to the end? We cannot. I should have already known we can only go like 90 laps on fuel. Yeah, I should have just known. So we will have to do another pit stop at some point.
Left to green. You'll be lining up
Um,
side. Catch up, 11. Car.
We're just gonna take it as far as we can possibly go. I assume the undercut will work here, you know, but we'll worry about all of that when we actually get there and not early in this race. Considering that we still are yet halfway
Green.
halfway done. That was bad. That was really bad, but it's okay.
Still there, hold your line. Still there, hold your line. Stay high, clear inside.
Sorry, Jason, I wasn't trying to scare you.
I knew you were free.
Inside, the car is
That's not
good. Just set under flat. 27,
Whoa!
9, 1, 3. Still there at the bottom. Caution, yellow flag. They want you in single file. Pit road is closed right now.
Hey, you missed it. Somebody behind me did the same thing, but they couldn't catch it and wrecked.
Pit road is now open. Catch up, 1 car.
So we flat spotted our tires, I'm pretty sure, in our little lockup into turn 1. It's so hard to not lock up the tires on these cars. It's something that I've not experienced. But whatever. We held our position, which is the only positive I can possibly think about that stint. Yeah. That did not feel good at any moment. I mean, I don't think I will lose positions. I think right now I'm where I'm slightly supposed to be. We'll see, of course, as the race goes on. And I don't want to fight too hard. We still have 100 laps. I think I showed that in the last stint. Like, we have pace to be up here somewhat. You know, a lot of cars have crashed out who are fast. So there's that. But, you know, apart from those cars that like the number 5 is probably making a charge on his way back, I would assume. Okay, so I lied. Funny when I do that sometimes. The number 5 ain't on his way back. He must have left. But anyways, my point is you know, we have the long run speed. A lot of cars are, you know, not as fast. I mean, I think it's our right. I think it's our left front that locked up, not our right one. Left tires don't matter as much, generally. So, we'll hope. We'll see. Again, I like the long runs more. These are agonizing from a nerve perspective. They really are. Just everybody all around, all together.
Get ready, going green. The pace car is off, be ready. Green, green, green. Leader is 37.066 outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. You're in the middle.
That's totally
Outside, 2 wide.
partially my fault, considering that I didn't brake, even though I knew I should have.
Left up, 25, car by. We got damage on the front end.
What was that?
I spun going into the dogleg, and then I hit him off the wall. And pit lane ain't opening up for us. I know for a fact we have damage. Luckily, it only says front damage, not wheel damage. Okay, now it's open. We are probably going to pit. I think it's best if we do. Like I said, we know for a fact that... Oh, okay, now it's closed, apparently. Got it.
Car 5, got the lucky dog. Let them pass on the outside.
So again, we know that we have damage. Question is how bad it is. I assume it's bad. Do we pit and just...
27, you got a knife.
I think we do. I think we just...
27?
Yes, sir.
Are you trying to see your nose? Can you get a little closer?
They're gonna hold you for a while.
I just want to know if I got the blue cone on my nose.
5,
Negative. You're all good.
1. Right here.
Appreciate you.
All the damage is repairable.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Problem is that they're going to be 1 to go. So, this did not help us very much. Yeah, we're going to go now. We don't want to be caught a lap behind. We're going to have to be put at the back of the longest line. Is my hope.
Post car is off. Time to do your job. About to go green. Stay focused. You'll be lining up on the inside. Catch up. 5. Car.
It's not quite saying that, so I might have straight up gone to black flag for that, which is really dumb. Iracing still hasn't fixed that, unfortunately. We'll see. I mean, if it's a stop and hold, whatever, we're going to be a lap down. It is. We're going to be held for 40 seconds. That's really dumb. But is what it is. I mean, that's absolutely just atrocious. As they're crashing in front. But
Car outside. Clear high. Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. All the damage.
I mean, that actually just sucks. Oh, and apparently I don't quite get what's happening. Because we're on optional repairs even though we're hold for 40 seconds. I don't quite know. I mean, honestly, it sucks because I don't know. I guess that's a lesson to just not do it then. Because that's not too bad. If we go back to where we get the damage, here it is. We'll watch it from our chase cam. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, it's just iRacing messing up. Like, it's really dumb. Really stupid. And he gets loose. We need to be out of the throttle at that point. Yeah, that massacred a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, we just need to be out of the throttle already. Truthfully. You know, I mean, we didn't get it as bad as some people, I guess. Because if we actually go up here, I think it's this car. So they might have gotten a bump from... No, they just lost it. So it gets hit by me, back into all of those cars. I mean, that's a massacre, really. Okay, well, our penalty's gone, so there's that. We'll just hold here and pit. I mean, we're behind the 5 even, who is multiple laps down. He's only 2. right now we're 4 laps down. I mean, that's pretty bad. Our chance of making it onto the lead lap is like nada. You know. So, RIP. You know, I just shouldn't have pitted. I mean, that's the truth. I should have broke. You know, when I saw a car in the wall. I don't know what I was doing. I was just being dumb. Absent-minded mistake.
I totally lost track of that car for a second.
Go, go, go!
So we'll continue to run, see if we can gain a couple more spots here and there. You know, if it ends up becoming where, like, we're just an issue for everybody, we're just in everybody's way, I think we'll pit and park it. But right now, that's not really happening. We're gonna hang it kind of down here. Yeah, they're good now, so we'll move our way up. These cars are all the way in 20th. I mean, these are cars that I could beat. Am I gonna pass them? I'm on newer tires, so it's one of those things where, like, you know. We'll be super safe, super conservative, just, you know, kind of running back here. I don't want to impede too much on these guys. You know, it's not their fault. My game messed up. Well, he went super wide, so his tires are cooked more than likely. So we'll take that position. But, I mean, it's not these guys' fault that the game messed up and that I didn't brake for a accident I knew was going to happen. So we're going to, you know, we're not going to be aggressive. We're out of this race. Like, there's no doubt about it. The hope really is that, I don't know, enough cars finish laps down that, you know,
Inside. Stay high.
it's absolutely dumb.
Looks like one of your wheels was out of alignment. You'll have less grip out there.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it in and we're gonna park it. There's no reason for us to be out here. If we're doing stuff like that, that's just absolutely dumb. So unfortunate, our return, to the great race simulation of iRacing ends with us being multiple laps down because of the game messing up and black flagging us for entering a closed pit because it didn't give us a chance to enter pit lane for whatever reason. Don't know why. So that's lovely. I hope in the next update that's coming up probably next week that's gone. That's unfortunate. I feel bad for the 35 giving him a 2x that he didn't deserve getting, if we're being honest. So yeah, that's just unfortunate. It really is. So yeah,